to the weekly comic book snap. Yes, we're back again. It's issue 66, I think, of the snap this week. And we're back in our lockdown mode. Spesh has made it over to the Frog Hood again, bravely. Braved the masses. And I'm still at home. And it's been rather dull this week, I have to say. not a lot happening, really, over in my neck of the woods. How about you, Spesh?
If I'm being 100% honest,
yes,
I am completely split by this because my business is absolutely going down the toilet.
Yeah.
Wiped out 90 to 95% of sales. However, I'm trying to put a sunny kind of demeanour on this, and I'm really enjoying spending time with Mrs. Frog and the two tadpoles.
Well, that's nice, man. Yeah. Well, that is lovely, isn't it?
I'm trying to take a positive out of it and just taking it as a kind of a stolen staycation, because we won't be going on the booked vacation that we have for May. That's pretty much a given.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trying to see the sunny side. And the weather is gorgeous.
It's a beautiful day.
We're in a lucky place where we have a garden. I appreciate a lot of people won't, but so my garden's getting a little bit of loving.
Good.
And, yeah, the wife and the kids are getting a little bit more me time, which might not be good for them, but
hey.
I'm enjoying it.
Nobody can grumble with a bit more time with Spesh. That's right. That's my take home from that.
We'll worry about the putting food on the table and actually having a business, a little bit down the line. Let's kick that can.
That's something for another day.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're gonna continue our look, aren't we, at some classic books, aren't we? Because there's, as we said last week, there's no new ones.
No, and I've got a little bit of a bone to pick with you.
Oh dear. Oh, well, that's never good.
The first book up, I'm taking that you chose because we got it from the Instagram account, the Frog Broth Snap.
Yes.
That you're reading, so I said, okay, well, let's do that one. And stupidly, I think, I'd kind of forgotten just how bleak this book is.
It is bleak, isn't it?
It is. I mean, what can you say that hasn't been said about the Watchmen? Yes, it is an absolute piece of comic book history. It's a piece of genius. It is awe-inspiring and wonderful. However, there ain't no laughs in this.
It's a little grim, isn't it?
I've got to say, obviously I've read this thing a few times in my life.
Yeah.
This was, without doubt, the hardest read through.
Did you actually go back and read it? I've got my copy here, obviously. Did you actually went back and had a look at it, did you?
I did, absolutely.
Nice. And did it stand up for you?
It stands up in what it is, which is a piece of art. It very rarely breaks from the 9-panel grid, which, I mean, for me, it just sucks you in. It's such a claustrophobic book that envelops you. And I've got to admit, I would say the first 2 issues I read wholeheartedly, and then it started to really kind of break my will of happiness. Yeah. So I did then skim from there on, but just get it all kind of fresh and back in the mind. So I mean, listen, Alan Moore.
What did he say?
Back when he wrote this, the guy, for me, was an absolute genius. I believe he may have disappeared up his own backside in the last few years, where you almost need like 5 thesauruses and 4 Wikipedia pages up just so you can get all these little eggs and all these little references and just to show you how intelligent he is. Yeah. Which I don't know, but back when he did that, it was amazing, and it is an amazing, amazing book. I just needed a little bit. I think it was where we are, what we're all living through. And I also saw when you posted on the Instagram account that you posted mouse as well.
Yeah.
Jesus, man, this is why I chose the next two books.
Depressing times, my friend, you know.
I'm surprised you haven't reached in the drawer and started hacking at your wrists or something.
No. You know, I enjoy them. I think I hadn't read these two. Well, Mouse hadn't read for a long time, but I hadn't read this for probably 2 or 3 years. So I, found going back to it to be a real joy. Actually, I really enjoyed myself. I don't find it sort of necessarily too bleak. I just find it mesmerising. I just the characters. The way it's. I know it's a very traditional kind of layout, but it just, like you say, draws you in. And I think that there's a lot of interesting stuff in there that's that you don't. Well, you don't see. I don't think you see a lot of it before this book. You probably see a bit more of it after this book. But you really see kind of how influential it's been.
Oh, and I think the other thing is with this book and with a lot of Mr. Moore's thing, I might not be his biggest fan, but every time you go back and read one of his books, you get something different from it.
Yeah.
So, I must have read this book at least 10 times.
Yeah.
I was still noticing little things that I don't think I'd ever noticed before. As I was reaching for the gun to... I'm joking. And that's an amazing thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it is an amazing book. However, I'm just not sure that it is a book for the time that we're living.
Right now.
It opens pretty much with the prophets of doom screaming the end is done.
That's right.
And carries on for
and doesn't let up, does it?
No, it fully doesn't let up. You really have to look hard to find those little moments of jollibity.
Yeah, sure.
There are a few in there. I've been a little bit mean. I think it's just the time that we've gone to go back and go look through it. Maybe it's not been the best.
Yeah.
But, having said that, look at this version, sexy lenticular cover.
Hello.
Right.
What a beauty.
Is that working on screen?
Yeah, just about, possibly. Maybe.
Look at the lenticular, look.
So do you reckon you have to read this before going on to, the Doomsday Clock, the sort of Jeff Johns sequel, or you...
I don't think you have to, but I think it adds a lot more context.
Yeah.
And not only that, but then have a little kind of... a little Google or come in and talk to us about kind of the history of this book since it's been printed and kind of why it's split so many people and lots of people come out on the DC side, lots of people come out on the Alan Moore side. And it's it's got its own kind of mythos about it because of all the nonsense that's gone on around it.
Yeah, sure.
So once you know that, and then you get these huge characters in the Doomsday Clock meeting each other, then I think it gives you a real kind of more like, raid! I think you do have to, because the whole thing about the Doomsday Clock and what Jeff Johns has done for me is it's a big love letter to this book.
Absolutely.
Well, the whole thing about the DC Rebirth kind of initiative was to bring back the joy into the DC universe. And when you've come from such a bleak universe that you've got in your hands there, it's very hard to inject the joy of the Doomsday Clock coming in, but they do it amazingly, and it's just through just a few panels, like when Batman meets Rorschach and
so cool.
conversation, things like that makes you give a big kind of belly laugh, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is sorely missing from there, which is why the Doomsday Clock is amazing to me. And this is amazing, and the Doomsday Clock could never have been without it. And the Doomsday Clock is a big old love letter to both the Watchmen and the kind of the new era of DC.
Yeah, sure.
What I would say is that we have people when we're open in those old halcyonic days would come in and ask about what they should start on and go, oh, the Watchmen. And I've never seen it as a good place for somebody to pick up for their first book.
Yeah. Well, do you think you need to get into the comic book world before you can see, because this takes certain angles about comics, or playing on some of the traditions of superheroes and that sort of thing.
Really, I mean, the whole thing is that who watches the Watchmen.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
When you dive into other comics, you just blindly follow these heroes, kind of
unquestioningly.
That at the end, it's all going to be okay and they're going to win through. But in the Watchmen, you don't really, there's too many blurred lines, isn't there?
There's a lot of grey out there.
But the characters are so three-dimensional, aren't they? They're not just this hero that kind of goes, and jumps in and saves the day every time. And a little bit of peril, but you know he's going to win through. And half the time in this book, you don't really know who to root for.
Yeah. And they're all kind of, they've all got their issues, haven't they?
Yes.
You know,
that's what I mean.
broken characters and
just pure heroes. They're flawed characters.
Yeah.
They're characters that you can relate to, massively.
Yeah.
And they're all very well-rounded characters, and at times you really like them, and then they'll do something that makes you question them and not like them, but then you do still like them, but then you hate them at the end of it, and you're just aghast at some parts of it, because it does go very dark. But yes, the whole premise of this book is who watches those guys that watch over us.
Absolutely.
And it's done amazingly well. Just be ready not to have too many laughs.
Good stuff. Okay, there we are, folks. Well, that's The Watchmen. About time we got round to that one.
It is.
Maybe we'll have a look at the Doomsday Clock at some point as well, eh? Well,
I reckon when the second volume comes out.
Yeah, cool.
It's going to come out with a lovely little slipcase so you can put your volumes 1 and 2 together.
Oh, well, that's handy, isn't it?
So
That's
we
very
might
nice.
do an unslipping.
Whoops, slipped out. Okay, there we go, folks. So The Watchmen, obviously you can get this at Frog Bros, I take it, but obviously available in your comic book stores. Get out, grab a copy, eh?
Well, mainly Frog Bros.
Mainly Frog Bros, that's right, absolutely. So there we are. There's another issue of the Snap. We'll be back with another classic book before you know it, won't we, Special?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, take care of each other, folks.